Cats are mysterious creatures. In the United States, millions of households have at least one cat, and every cat owner has wondered the same question at some point. What does my cat actually do when I'm not at home? Unlike dogs, who often show visible signs of separation anxiety, cats are masters of disguise. They can appear independent, aloof, and perfectly fine on their own. But the truth is, when the doors close and the humans step out, cats live an entirely secret life. In this script, we'll dive deep into the hidden world of cats when they're left alone. From sleeping marathons to mischievous explorations, from subtle stress behaviors to joyful self-entertainment, we'll uncover what truly goes on behind the scenes. This isn't just a fun exploration, it's also grounded in real-life observations, scientific studies, and insights from cat owners across the United States. Whether you're a lifelong cat lover or someone curious about feline behavior, this deep dive will reveal just how fascinating cats really are. To understand what cats do when they're alone, we first have to look at their instincts. Cats are both predators and prey in nature. Even though our domestic cats have food, water, and shelter, those wild instincts never fully go away. When left alone, cats often patrol their environment, like they're checking for intruders, hunt imaginary prey like toys, hunt imaginary prey like shadows, hunt imaginary prey, or even dust, and seek safe spots to rest, whether that's under a bed, inside a closet, or up on high shelves. This balance of predator and prey drives much of their secret behavior at home. One of the most common things cats do when alone is, you guessed it, sleep. Studies show that cats can sleep anywhere from 12 to 16 hours a day, and some cats even stretch that to 20 hours if they're particularly lazy. When humans are away at work, school, or running errands, cats often use this quiet time to nap. Unlike humans, cats are polyphasic sleepers, meaning they sleep in multiple short bursts rather than one long session. So, let's talk about a typical cat sleeping pattern when they're alone. In the morning, right after you leave, they usually take a nap. In the afternoon, they enjoy a snooze on sunny spots near windows. And in the evening, they rest while waiting for you to come back. But it's not just about rest. Sleep also recharges their hunting instincts. That's why many owners notice their cats become hyperactive in the evening, experiencing those famous zoomies. Cats are curious by nature. When you leave home, they see it as the perfect opportunity to patrol every corner of their territory without interruption. They may jump on counters or tables they're usually shooed away from, sneak into rooms that are usually closed, or investigate bags, boxes, or grocery items left behind. This secret exploration really satisfies their natural hunting instincts. In fact, some U.S. cat owners who set up hidden cameras have discovered their cats doing surprising things, like opening cabinets, turning on faucets, or even climbing bookshelves. Cats are opportunistic eaters. If food is available, they'll often return to their bowl multiple times throughout the day. Some cats even graze, just eating small amounts whenever they feel like it. But if food isn't accessible, they may try creative ways to get some, like knocking over treat jars, pawing at bags of kibble, or, for outdoor cats, begging neighbors. Indoor cats in the U.S. are often put on feeding schedules, so when left alone, they may spend part of their time looking for food or just wishing they had more. For many cats, the window is their entertainment hub. When you're away, they may spend hours perched on a windowsill watching birds, squirrels, passing cars, or even the mail carrier. This behavior taps into their hunting instincts. Every flutter of wings or rustle of leaves excites them. It's no wonder that cat owners in the U.S. often set up cat TV by placing bird feeders outside windows. When left alone, cats may also entertain themselves with toys. Balls, feathers, strings, and crinkle tunnels often become their companions. But even without toys, cats invent their own games. A paper bag, a cardboard box, or even a loose sock can become part of their private adventures. Some cats play quietly, while others get surprisingly rowdy, knocking things over or chasing imaginary prey. One of the most debated questions among U.S. cat owners is, do cats actually miss us when we're gone? The stereotype says cats are completely independent and don't care, but research and real owner experiences tell a different story. Studies show that cats can form strong attachments to their humans, similar to how dogs bond. In fact, a 2019 study from Oregon State University found that cats display secure attachment behaviors, much like infants with parents. This means many cats wait by the door when you leave, show excitement when you return, and experience stress if left alone for too long. So yes, cats may act cool, but deep down, they notice your absence. Not all cats handle being alone the same way. Some thrive on independence, while others, well, they really struggle with separation anxiety. Common signs of anxiety when left alone include excessive meowing or crying. Sometimes, the neighbors are the first to hear it. Overgrooming is another sign, where a cat might lick its fur until bald spots appear. Destructive behavior can also be a clue, like knocking things down or scratching up the furniture. Some cats even refuse to eat until their owner comes back. These behaviors are especially common in indoor cats who are used to, having people around all the time. In the United States, during the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of cats got used to their owners working from home. After restrictions lifted, veterinarians actually reported a spike in separation anxiety among cats. When alone, some cats instinctively seek comfort. They might curl up in spots that smell like their owners, such as on your bed, in a pile of laundry, or even on the couch where you usually sit. Why do they do this? Well, because a familiar scent makes them feel safe. It's kind of like a security blanket for them. Cats may even need blankets or clothes, what some folks call the making biscuits behavior, because it reminds them of nursing as kittens. This behavior really shows their emotional need for comfort while they're alone. While dogs bark for attention, cats meow mostly for humans, not really for other cats. So, when you're not home, some cats still meow into the empty house. It might sound like they're talking to themselves, but, experts believe they're expressing their feelings, whether it's boredom, stress, or just hoping someone responds. Owners who set up cameras often discover their cats having little conversations with thin air while they're alone. Here's something every US cat owner can relate to: cats getting into trouble when left alone. Some examples include knocking items off counters, for fun, curiosity, or maybe just to get attention, climbing curtains or blinds, chewing on plants, and sneaking into cabinets or closets. Cats are smart, and they often know what they shouldn't do, but when no one's watching, they totally take full advantage. Many owners joke that cats have a party when humans leave, and honestly, based on security footage, it's really not far from the truth. Cats spend up to 30 to 50% of their waking hours grooming. When they're alone, grooming actually serves multiple purposes: hygiene, keeping their fur clean; comfort, since grooming releases endorphins and helps reduce stress; and routine, because it fills time and keeps them occupied. But over-grooming can signal stress too. If a cat licks excessively when alone, it might just be their way of coping with loneliness. The biggest secret of all, yes, many cats miss their humans. They might not show it in the same dramatic way dogs do, but they express it subtly. Greeting you at the door when you return, following you around the house after you've been gone, purring more than usual, and sleeping closer to you that night. For US audiences, this resonates deeply because many people leave their cats home while working long 9-to-5 shifts. Understanding that cats do feel your absence helps strengthen the human-feline bond. Some cats internalize their stress instead of showing it. This can be harder to notice. When left alone too often, cats may lose appetite, sleep excessively out of depression, stop playing, and hide more often. Veterinarians in the US encourage owners to watch for these signs and provide enrichment, like toys, climbing trees, and even background music, to help cats cope with alone time. Even if a cat has never set foot outside, its hunting instincts remain strong. When left alone, many cats hunt imaginary prey. They may stalk shadows across the wall, chase dust particles floating in sunlight, and pounce on invisible targets. To an outsider, it may look like random craziness, but to cats, it's deeply satisfying play that mimics survival behavior. In United States households where owners set up cameras, countless clips show cats suddenly leaping into the air or sprinting across the room for no visible reason. These so-called phantom hunts are part of their secret world. Cat owners everywhere, especially in the United States, joke about the 3 a.m. zoomies. Cats, being crepuscular animals, which means they're most active at dawn and dusk, often save their energy for these private bursts of running, jumping, and climbing. When alone, zoomies can happen at any time. They may sprint from room to room, leap onto furniture, and make some pretty strange vocalizations. Scientists believe this is a release of pent-up energy, but cat owners love to think of it as their feline's secret exercise routine. Cats are natural climbers. When humans aren't home, many cats take the opportunity to explore higher ground: bookshelves, kitchen counters, or even the top of refrigerators. Some cats in US homes have been caught on camera balancing on curtain rods or perched like statues on tall cabinets. Why do they do this? Height gives them a sense of safety. It allows them to observe their territory from above. It satisfies their curiosity about places usually off-limits. This secret adventure often ends with knocked-over plants or picture frames, much to the owner's surprise later. Cats are honestly kind of infamous for swatting objects off tables and shelves. While some folks argue it's just curiosity, many behaviorists actually believe cats do it deliberately as a form of play and, practice for their hunting skills. For example, swatting a pen is basically mimicking batting at prey. Watching it fall, that's them enjoying cause and effect. And of course, hearing the noise is a kind of stimulation for them. When left alone, cats might just walk around knocking down small objects, really just to keep themselves entertained. Modern cats in U.S. households often interact with technology. Owners have discovered all sorts of things, like cats pawing at iPads or phones left on tables, or even, walking across keyboards and sometimes sending mysterious emails. Some cats end up turning on smart speakers with accidental touches. And believe it or not, some even react to TV screens or YouTube cat videos. When left alone, the TV can just become their virtual playground. Cats often take on the role of silent guards when their humans are gone. They may sit near the front door, just waiting or listening for signs of your return. Some cats position themselves by windows that face driveways or sidewalks, monitoring every little movement outside. This behavior really shows their territorial instincts, protecting their home while also, keeping an eye out for you. Although many cats dislike baths, quite a few are fascinated with water. Hidden cameras in U.S. homes have captured cats pawing at dripping faucets, trying to tip over water glasses and, even watching toilet water swirl. Yes, it happens. Water play is part curiosity, part entertainment, and sometimes, honestly, just pure mischief. Some cats have favorite toys, stuffed mice feather wands or even socks. When they're alone, they might hunt these objects in pretty elaborate rituals, stalking silently, pouncing dramatically, carrying the prey in their mouths, and then leaving it in random places like, say, on your bed. A lot of owners interpret this as a gift when they get home, but honestly, it's just part of a cat's secret life of practicing survival skills. Here's one of the spookiest parts of a cat's alone time, staring at things humans just can't see. Cats might suddenly fixate on a corner of the room, or follow movement across a wall where, nothing is visible. Sometimes they even chirp or chatter at invisible prey. Some scientists say cats can detect movements or sounds at frequencies that are totally beyond human perception. But to a lot of U.S. owners, it honestly just looks like their cat is seeing ghosts. Unlike dogs who might panic without their humans, cats often take pride in their independence. Alone time really lets them express that I'm in charge attitude. This can mean sitting in your favorite chair, claiming those forbidden spots like the dining table, or just acting like rulers of the house. Their secret life is, in part, about enjoying freedom without any human rules. Cats don't always need fancy toys. When they're alone, they often keep themselves entertained with random items like paper balls, hair ties, grocery bags, or even shoes. This playful behavior really shows just how resourceful cats can be. Their secret world thrives on, curiosity.